to make a correction on the control, so in other words, if you do a fold and you find that it's not bending in 90 degrees, there's two ways of doing it. So for instance, if it's underfolding, so in other words, if it's open, you can go to corrections here, go to corrections on Y1, and you can then type in, so if you measure the angle and it's underfolding, so the fold is open, let's say it's underfolding by 5 degrees, you can go -5. Okay, so that will put a 5-degree correction in the fold. You then do the fold again, check it. It's best to use a proper angle finder, a digital one, because it might actually tell you, for instance, it's actually 5.3 degrees. So in that case, you can then go -5.3. Okay. Now, if you find you've got a difference from one end to the other, so if Y1, which is the left-hand side, is bending more than Y2, so in other words, you need less correction on Y1, you can simply change that individually. So you can make that, say, -4 degrees, let's say, and then on Y2 you would have -5.3. So you can have differences here. Same with the backstop. So the backstop will automatically put you in a correction. So that will give you a 50mm outside. If you don't want an outside size and you just want an inside dimension, just put a 0 in the correction. That will then take it off, and that will give you then 50mm inside. If you want to put in your own correction, so you could say -3, for instance, if you wanted to, then that will take 3mm off the 50mm position. So if we then try to run that, you will then see the backstop has now gone to 47. Its program position is 50. So 3mm off of that gives you 47. The y-axis, this is the current position. So only when the y-axis moves and it gets to its target position will you see these ones change. Okay. So that's how you do a correction. Very straightforward, as long as you know what you're doing. So yeah. Put them back to 0 and that one back to 0. So yeah, that is about it. To do a graphic program, you need to go back to your list here and you can select new graphic. And you can then put in, again, I should put in the width. I'm going to say 500mm. Thickness, I'm going to say 2mm. Material, I'm going to say stainless steel. Station one die. We're going to use the 16mm one again. So we're going to insert that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to use the 22mm. So I've gone to the 22mm, selected that, and then I'll press insert here. We then ask V die, which is 1. Die orientation is which way round the dies, that's as it is, and then a punch. So we select the standard punch, so which is that one. So it's on standard punch, so I then press insert. Okay, punch orientation, everything else. Measures is whether you want an inside size or an outside size. So it's default at the moment. Press OK. It then brings up this screen. So this is our first length. So this is our length here. So I'm going to say our first length is 50mm. Okay, we're then going to go up. So I've then tapped on the screen, it's gone up. I have to then go back to here and select the size. So the length, I'm going to say 100mm. Okay, and then I'm going to come across at 90 degrees. If you do it you can either touch on the screen or you can use the arrow pad. Click on the screen, come across 90, and I'm going to come across 60mm. Okay, and then I'm going to go up at an angle 45, and I'm going to make that say 80mm, and that's what I want to make. So I'm quite happy with that. So we then go calculate down the bottom of the screen here. Okay, puts up a picture of the machine, control. We then go optimize, okay, and we can then simulate it. So it's created a solution. So we go simulate, continue. You can see the different bends. Continue again, confirm that. Happy with that, so that's good. So we can then go to run that. So we then simply can then go to automatic, go to graphic, and you can see here, press start. It then shows us, put the material in, it shows our punching our die, and we can then operate the machine. Come down, first bend, come again, second bend, it's the 45, and then take the product over, down again, pinch retract, which all works out automatically, and that's a graphic program, so pretty straightforward. Okay, there we go. To turn it off, best thing to do is put it into manual, so this is important. Turn it off, put it into manual, and then bring the bed down. So you want the bed to come down. Ideally you want it to be so that it's in the tooling but not bottomed out. Okay, so bring it down so that it's, keep bringing it down. There we are, brought it down. We then go to menu down the bottom here and we select shut down. Select shut down, right saving. It will then come up with it's now safe to turn off. Just leave that until it finishes booting down. There it goes, now safe to turn it off. And now you can turn it off on the isolator. All done.